Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, chapter 28. Chapter 28, alright? Hope you guys are having a good day, blessed day, whatever time it is, whatever day it is. Hope you guys are having a good day. And just remember, Jesus is always with us. The Holy Spirit is always with us. Okay, let's get it. Chapter 28. Then Isaac, so remember, recap of what happened in 27. Chapter 27, the biggest thing was that Jacob got the blessing from his father Isaac, not Esau. So then Isaac called Jacob and blessed him, right? And charged him. So pretty much like as in like instructing his son. Look, so after everything happened, right? Because he kind of lied to him. He said he guilted me. But after everything calmed down, look, guys, he called Jacob. I came over here, blessed him, called him, and said, "Look, I'm giving you an order." He said, "You shall not marry one of the Canaanite women. Arise, go to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethu, your mother's father." So we're saying, look, remember, because how Isaac got his wife, Abraham, his father, sent a servant to Haran to go find a wife there for his son. So we're saying, look, get up, go to Padan Aram, which is over there in Haran, to the house of Bethu, your mother's father. So Jacob's mom's dad, he wants him to go to that house. And take as wife from there one of the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. So we're just pretty much saying, look, stand up, go to Haran, and go find a wife for you, but get a wife that is your mom's brother's daughter. That is your mother's brother's daughter. So pretty much like as in your uncle's daughter. Pretty much. Go get a wife, but let her be from your uncle's kids. And remember, I have a map here. I can show us where we're talking about. Let me find it. Give me a couple seconds. Here. Bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. So they're over here, right? So this is where Isaac found his wife, and now this is where Jacob's going to be finding his wife. But Jacob's going to be going to his uncle's house, right, to find one of his uncle's daughters as a wife. So let's go back here, and then we can start the chapter. Okay. So yeah, so she's saying that. Well, we already started it, but yeah. So that's what it pretty much says there for verse 1 and 2. So, this is still Isaac. Isaac's still talking to his son Jacob. So God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and multiply you, that you may become a company of people. So meaning as in may you become so many people behind your descendants. You use like Google Ink. May He give the blessing of Abraham to you and to your descendants with you, that you may take possessions of the land of your sojournings. Meaning as in like this land that you're staying at right now. You're not from there, right? It's not your blood. But it will be your blood. It's going to be your land, which God gave to Abraham. Thus Isaac sent Jacob away, and he went to Padan Aram, to Laban, the son of Bethu the Aramean, the brother of Rebekah, Jacob's and Esau's mother. So pretty much as in, let's just say that like he listened to his dad, he got up, and he sent him away to Haran to go find a wife for him, but he's going to go to his mother's brother side. So his uncle's daughter, he's going to go get her. And he just gave him a blessing that may God be with you, make you fruitful, make your travels be good, just like it was with Abraham. Because he did not want him to marry a Canaanite woman, right? The land that they're staying at, which is over here. Let me backtrack it. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Yeah, over here. This is all the land of Canaan right here. He did not want him to find a woman there. He wanted him to find a woman that's back with their kinsmen, their blood. But now Esau saw that Isaac, this is one of Isaac's sons. This is one who was supposed to be blessed, but he didn't get blessed. Now Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob and sent him away to Padan Aram to take a wife from there. And that as he blessed him, he charged him. So meaning as he was blessing him, he gave him an order, saying, "You shall not marry one of the Canaanite women." And that Jacob had obeyed his father and his mother and gone to Padan Aram. So when Esau saw that the Canaanite woman did not please Isaac's father, so when he found out and when he heard, oh shoot, my dad doesn't like this type of woman, he doesn't want us to marry this type of woman, what did he do? It says Esau went to Ishmael. Remember Ishmael? Ishmael is Abraham's son, who went down to the wilderness of Haran. So over here. I have a map. I have a map. Right over here, close to in modern day Egypt, right? So he went to Ishmael and took a wife. So one of Ishmael's kids. Besides the wives he already had, right? Because he already had Judith and Basemeth. I'm pretty sure Basemeth. I think I can see that right there. Esau went to Ishmael and took a wife. Besides the wives he already had 2 wives. It says it was Mathahel, the daughter of Ishmael, Abram's son, the sister of Neduith. I think I wrote this in wrong. I wrote this twice. Oops, my fault. Let me actually do some in real life corrections. Mahalath. Okay. Because look, right. So we pretty much went to Ishmael. Let's look up Ishmael's descendants. I wrote it all down. Ishmael. Right here. Okay. So he found out that he didn't want a Canaanite woman, so he's like, you know what, fuck you, Dad. I'm gonna go to Ishmael. So he already had 2 wives. They're both Hittites. They're both from They were both Canaanites. So it says he found Machael, the daughter of Ishmael, which is Abraham's son. Right? Ishmael is Abraham's son. So he went to the daughter of Machael, the daughter of Ishmael, the sister of Nebuith. So these right here are the 12 princes that the Lord promised Ishmael's mom because she left Abraham. And so this is in the order of them, the 12 princes' son. So, but yeah. So he also had a daughter too. They didn't specifically say whenever they were listing it out because they were only listing out the firstborn son from the last, the 12 princes. But he had daughters in between there, and one of them was Mahel, and he got her, so he married her. So he was going against his dad. He was pissed, and so now Esau has Judith, Basemeth, Mahath. All right. Okay. So now we'll go back to Jacob. Jacob left Beersheba, where he was staying at, and went toward Haran. And he came to a certain place and stayed there that night because the sun had set. It was getting dark. Taking one of the stones of the place, so he got one of the stones and he put it under his head, kind of like as a pillow, to lay down and sleep, in that place to sleep. And he dreamed that there was a ladder. So it was that night he fell asleep and he was dreaming. He dreamt that there was a ladder set up on earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God, right, were ascending and descending from that ladder. And behold, the Lord stood above it. So at the very top, the Lord was there. And said, I am the Lord, the God of Abraham, your father, and the God of Isaac. The land on which you lie I will give to you and to your descendants. And your descendants shall be like the dust of the earth. Your descendants are going to be like the dust of the earth. Like, how much dust is there on the earth? Like, so many you can't even count. That's what he's trying to pretty much saying. And that's how your descendants are going to be. Your descendants are going to be so many you can't even count. And your descendants shall be like the dust of the earth. And you shall spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And by you and your descendants shall all the families of the earth bless themselves. Okay. Behold, I am with you, and will keep you wherever you go, and will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done that of which I have spoken to. So he's pretty much saying, look, I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to stay by your side. I'm going to bless you until I tell you these things. All these things that I'm telling you, these descendants, from the east to the west to the north, you're going to have so many beyond belief. I'm not going to leave you until this happens. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I did not know it. So he woke up, right? So he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, the Lord has to be right here. The Lord, I had a dream. Everything happened. he has to be here. Like, this is the land where he wants me to be at, and this is for a reason, because he's here. And he was afraid a little bit, right? And said, how awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. So yeah, he woke up and said, "This is the house of God. This is the gate of heaven." He had that dream. He had a spiritual awakening, and so Jacob rose early in the morning and took the stone which he had put under his head and set it up for a pillar, and put oil on top. Pillar meaning as in like a stone, like a stone block, and put oil on top of it. Why put oil? I don't know. He called the name of that place Bethel. Okay. Meaning as in Bethel in Hebrew means the house of God. But the name of the city before that was called Luz at the first. So it used to be called Luz, but after that happened, he called it Bethel, and it stays Bethel to this day, meaning as in the house of God. Going back to what he said, this is none other than the house of God. Then Jacob made a vow, saying, if God will be with me, and it will keep me in this way that I go, meaning as like, if this is the path that I'm supposed to be going, this is the path that God's taking me, and it will give me bread to eat and clean and clothes to wear, so that I come again to my house, my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God. So he's pretty much just saying, look, if the Lord's gonna be with me, He's gonna help me, He's gonna keep clothes on my back, He's gonna feed me, He's gonna just watch over me. He's gonna help me go. He's on his journey to go find his wife, and He's gonna make sure I go there safe and make sure I come back. Then the Lord shall be my God, right? And just like a little fun fact, Lord in Greek is called Kyrios. Right here, let me zoom in right here. So my little notes, Kyrios. So if anybody asks what does Lord mean in Greek, Kyrios. So yeah. So then Jake. Yes. Okay. So he said, look, the Lord's gonna be my God, and this stone which I have set up for a pillar shall be God's house, and of all that thou hast given me, I will give a tenth to thee. So meaning as whatever God gives me, I will give a tenth to Him. So he's just saying like he's gonna pay respects by also giving some of the stuff that He gives it to him. So pretty much, yeah. I have some other notes here. I want to make sure if I make sense of them so I can tell you guys. But I think they're all in the next chapter. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, right? He was on his way to, that's pretty much it for the chapter. There's nothing else after that. I'm sorry. Just because I did notes for like 3 or 4 chapters and they're all in one. So now I'm like, okay, let me make sure I get to my notes for this chapter, but it's alright. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the end of the chapter. Pretty much the big thing is like, look, Isaac wanted him to go to Haran to find a wife because he doesn't want him to marry a Hittite woman. Esau heard that, and to piss off his dad, he married a Hittite woman. Now he has 3 wives. And then on Jacob's journey, he had a dream, a vision of the Lord, and it was so powerful to him. It connected with him that he's like, you know what, the Lord will be my God, and I will follow the path that He wants me to take, and whatever I have, I will give Him a tenth of it. I think my camera stopped. It stopped after like 14 minutes. I don't know why, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the chapter. Hope you guys like it, and come back to watch the next episode to see how Jacob's story unfolds and see where it takes him. So, peace.